be a lifelong learner, and fourth is be responsible and kindness. Fifth is be courage. Okay. So empathic, that means to able to understand and share the feelings of another. Okay. The empathic enable to understand other people's motivations, need, and emotions more deeply, understanding to create better product from them. Second is the be creativity. Being creativity is along our creations to reveal possibility to our and following them in the movement. In another word, it's being in the flow. Okay. The third is the be a lifelong learner. Being a lifelong learner is a quality of successful people, having the motivations and the ability to learn and grow throughout our life is essence.
Very good. You're
Sorry,
doing great, Srinivas.
emotions quality and fasting change world. Okay, we can learn through reading and deep reflections, but most of all we learn through life experience. Okay. Then fourth is the be responsible and kindness. Responsible, the that means the capable of being trusted, and kindness, that means the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. The acting responsibility is not a matter of strengthening our regions, but of depending our of other. The fifth is be courage. Courage not determined by danger or pain, brave. Okay. Without courage, we cannot practice any other virtue. The consistency. Having courage give us the tenacity to work through issues and disagreement without com- compromising our principles.
Principles, right? Very nice.
Yes, ma'am.
Done, Srinivas?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Done.
Great, great, very nice, very well done.
Okay.
Srinivas,
Thank you so much,
बहुत
ma'am.
अच्छे. Very, very well done. I want you to speak like this. In each and every class, you take one topic and uska aap likhiye and then you speak. Okay, very well done. I love all of the points. All of them are absolutely correct. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
I really
Yes,
love
ma'am.
that you
Okay.
included lifelong learner because here also we are all lifelong learners, right? We are all adults trying to learn something new. Very nice, Srinivas.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much for speaking, keep practicing. Chaliye, after Srinivas, then we have um who did not get a chance? Tanisha. Tanisha, would you like to speak?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Most welcome. Bataiye, Tanisha, what will be your topic?
My topic is
Ma'am, Anirudh also wants to speak, ma'am.
Who is this? Anirudh?
Anirudh.
Yes, Anirudh, I'll definitely write your name. Is your name a name Anirudh or Anirudh?
Anirudh.
But it's written as TH. I'll write DH. Okay? Definitely, I'll give you a chance. Okay.
Good
Chaliye,
evening,
let's
ma'am.
continue. Good evening, good evening. Who's this? Alpna?
Ma'am, right?
Ma'am,
Yes,
My
Alpna.
ma'am,
name.
what
Yes,
I have
ma'am.
to speak?
Ji, Anirudh?
हाँ जी जी मुझे मैं किस टॉपिक में बोलना बोलना है
Okay, you can pick any topic you want. You can speak on any topic you want. Okay, all the five topics are given here. If you don't feel like speaking on these, you can speak on something else, whatever. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
All right, I'll give you a chance when your turn comes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. All right, chaliye. Okay, so we will continue with Tanisha. Tanisha, you can
Yes, ma'am.
continue. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. My topic is, do teenagers need the guidance of their parents?
Very good
Yeah,
topic. No one has spoken about this. Let's start.
yeah, I totally agree because children's like as plants needs water, shades and shadow and many things. Same as children also needs like love, care and respect. Everything they also need as they in growing age. They need more attention of their parents. And if in growing age, in teenager age, they are, you can say, ma'am, they are. Uh, their hormones also change, and sometimes they become very aggressive, sometimes they become they want to live alone, and sometimes they don't want to share anything. So in that case, parent always, if the parents is friendly with their children, and they can ask anything to, if they ask their children that what's the problem, and where are you lacking, and why don't you share any things to us. So here only the parents, they can ask their children, and the children also feel very frank to share their feelings and their what say, ma'am, their problems with
Their
their parents.
problems.
With their parents, they cannot share any everyone, like their neighbors, their friends, some problems they only share with their parents. So there I can say that teenager always need the guidance of their parents. And I know, ma'am, children's and teenagers, as they have they are very good in technology and study and ideas. They have very good many things, because in this era, children's, you can say, in very advanced level. If they needs any kind of supports, they can just search on the Google, and they can get the solution of the problem. But but here requirement is like only parents can give the moral values and moral values, and how they can respect other, how they can help others. They just learn only this thing by parents guidance. If their parents guide them that this is wrong, this is right, you have to choose this path, and if you are going this way, even while going, like if you have chosen any wrong path, like if you are in a bad circle, like your friends are not good, but while doing friendship, they don't know, ma'am, about this, that their friend circle is good or not, because they just enjoy their life, they just have fun. They forget that what is wrong and what is right. But their parents always guides that you will not get to know that this is wrong and right. But uh, but you when you get any kind of trouble and problem, then after you realize that I have chosen wrong path. So first of all, you should decide that which circle you which what is your the friend circle. And sorry, ma'am, you should always be careful while making your friends, and the activities which you are doing. If you are going in a wrong path, so you will get, you can say, more fun, but you will waste your time. It is okay if you are like want to freshman your mind, and you want to play game and want to see some movies, so it's okay. But always their parent guide them uh, good good way, and what is the good way, and sorry, good path and wrong path. This is only parents can guide their children. Neighbor will
Okay,
not.
very nice. Yes, Tanisha, you can conclude.
Yes, ma'am. This is my point, that parents can guide their children, not neighbor will guide your children, not friends will guide your children, because parents have right, and they know each and everything about their children. So they are, yeah, that's it, ma'am.
Okay, good, good. Very nice. Tanisha, you spoke actually very well. Okay, I think you were getting a little conscious about what you're saying, right? But don't get so conscious. You're speaking so well. Just this is for everyone, okay? Not just for you. You spoke really, really well. Well done. Just remember one thing, guys. don't repeat too much. Okay.
Yeah,
If you're
ma'am.
repeating too much, like in class, it doesn't really matter, right? If I'm listening to you, if you're repeating 1 or 2 points, I'm like, okay, that is fine. But when you're speaking with someone and you're repeating the points again and again, you know what that shows? That shows that you are lacking, like, what to say, like, अगर हम अपने mother tongue में बात करेंगे, if I'm speaking in my mother tongue, I wouldn't really repeat the points, right? It is when we are in a hurry, when we want to just get everything out that is there in our mind, that is when we start repeating the points, right? So calm down, एकदम आराम से, एकदम in a very slow pace you start speaking. Okay, so just focus on this a lot. Maybe you will speak for 2 minutes, not more than that. But we will speak so nicely, so properly that we are not repeating any points. We are speaking in a very slow and chilled pace. Okay, nothing to worry, nothing to like hurry about. All right, Tanisha, just
Ma'am,
focus on this. Yes.
what we call when we repeat the sentences, like wordly, there is some words we call when the person is repeating their sentences. So
Wordly,
wordly, I think there is some word which we
I really don't know. I really don't know. Maybe there is, but I have
even
no idea.
even today I have seen this video that we are, if we repeating our words, so we make our speech like wordly, like there is some sentence word I forget.
Wordly. Okay, I'll definitely see if
I
there is any
forgot the
word,
name.
but
I
I don't
forgot
know.
the
I
name.
don't know.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
Thank you, ma'am.
very nice. Very nicely done, Tanisha. Thank you so much. Chali, after Tanisha, then I have Meera. Meera, would you like to speak?
Excuse me,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, who is saying excuse me?
Yes, good evening, ma'am.
Good
Shagun,
evening. Shagun,
actually,
yes,
yes, yes, ma'am. Please write my name as well.
most definitely Shagun. Shagun, if you do not get a chance today because the list is so long, you will definitely get a chance tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
All right, most welcome. Chali, Meera, so you can pick your topic.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, fifth one. Fourth one,
Fifth
ma'am. Fourth
one,
one, sorry.
fourth one,
Fourth one, ma'am.
five
Sorry. Yes,
qualities.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. As we know that human beings have many qualities, but here I will describe only five qualities which you should have in every human being. At first, means be responsible and kind. If you are living in family, then we should we should help our family members in the house chores, and if you are promised to do something, you should try very hard to fulfill that promise. And it is responsibility to discuss the problem with our family members and family members. Here I want to give an example, ma'am. If any helper is coming in your house, then it is our responsibility that we should give respect. If we will give respect her, our kids also give, because we should think that he is doing hard work and earning money, and earning money, and we should not think that she is poor, so we should not give her respect. And other quality is a good listener. If when we when you are listening to others, you are learning from them. If for example, ma'am, if we can learn from a kid, like sometime parents praise uh, give, give pressure their kids that you should follow our rules.
Not give pressure, Meera, pressurize.
Pressurize their kids that you should follow our rules. But I think, ma'am, we should learn, we can learn many things from our kid, like sharing nature, helping nature, and caring nature. These qualities we can see, we can learn from any person, ma'am. And optimistic is also a good quality, as we know that if we are positive in life, we can do anything which we want. For example, if you are giving any competitive exam and you cannot success first time, that we should not think we should not think negative. We should not negative.
We should not think negatively. We should not be pessimistic,
We should
right?
not take this negative, and we should try once time more, because as we know that in this time competitive exam is are very competitive exams are very hard. And if we are going to start any business, and then that time we should keep patience, that we know that from beginning we cannot earn so much. So, ma'am, uh, pessimistic is bad for every human being, but optimistic is good. And
Not
support.
pessimistic, not optimistic. ये adjectives है. So pessimistic outlook, optimistic outlook, pessimistic thinking, optimistic thinking is good. Okay.
Optimistic thinking is good for every human being, not pessimistic thinking, ma'am. And supportive nature is also good for every human being, as we know that caring nature, sympathetic nature, and helpful nature, everyone will appreciate if you have these type of nature. And you can make a place in in your family, and everyone will give you respect and respect. And ma'am, last one is the lifelong learner. As we know that there is no time limit of learning. Being a life long learner is a quality of successful people, and having the ability to learn and grow throughout our life is an essential quality in today's fast changing world. We can learn through reading. We can learn from our mistakes, and even we can learn from our life experience. Ma'am, here I want to give my example, ma'am, because I now I get free from my kids, and I try to learn English, because this is my we can say hobby to learn
Your
English, ma'am.
desire, your goal, your
Desire,
lifelong dream.
yes, yes, ma'am. So I am giving my best, ma'am. And ma'am, many time I read in newspapers that that lady in 50 years she passed 8th exam, she passed 10th exams, even 57, 90 in age, ma'am. So means
Yes, in
we
at the
can say
age of
that
50, at the age of 60, they are doing things. Right?
yes,
Absolutely correct.
yes, ma'am.
Very nice. Very well
Okay,
spoken, Meera.
thank
Very,
you,
very well
ma'am.
done. Okay. Really liked
Thank
your
you, ma'am.
points. I can see you have prepared. Very well done. Just और थोड़ा practice कीजिए, मीरा. और भी थोड़ा calmly बोलने की कोशिश कीजिए. Like what you are saying is fine, but speak a little more calmly. थोड़ा और like slow करके बोलिए. Okay, pace को.
Okay.
I think
Ma'am,
whenever you
I
slow
thought
down your
that
pace, yes,
so long list, ma'am. So I can
I can
everyone
understand.
can
No,
get the
no, don't
answer.
worry. Even if you have like 2 or 3 points, it's fine. Even if you speak less, that is fine. But at least speak very, very calmly. Okay, very, very slowly. What happens that it shows kind of like that you are not really trying to get it out altogether. All right, Mira,
Okay, ma'am.
try
Because
doing
ma'am,
this. I think most of your mistakes and problems will go away just by doing this. Okay,
yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
all
I
right.
will try, ma'am.
Try. You're doing a great job, Mira. Thank you so much for speaking. It's a great, great job. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very nice. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Meera.
ma'am. Thank you,
Okay,
ma'am.
after Meera, then we have Karthik. Karthik, would you like to speak?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Karthik. So, what will be your topic?
My topic is third topic, ma'am.
Okay.
So, I strongly believe that parenting is a difficult task, but teaching is more difficult than parenting, because parents have to manage only few children in their house, whereas a teacher has to manage so many children in the class. So we should all like have great respect on teachers. So coming to the topic, obviously teenagers need the guidance of their parents. But my question is, how many teenagers are going uh, to their parents for support, or how many parents are behaving in a friendly manner with their kids? So the problem is on both sides. So if the children do not go to their parents for some kind of support, how would the parent know about the children's problem? If the parents do not behave in a friendly way with the children, then how can the children ask the parents uh, about any problem they are facing in their life? So, in my opinion, like children have some kind of difficulties uh, to talk with the parents. So, parents should take the first step, like moving in a friendly way with the children. Because in a teenage stage, they have so many doubts in their brain, like because that time only they start understanding about the real world. So talk parents should talk freely with the children, and they should also spend some kind of quality time with the children. Nowadays, because of busy life, means parents are not getting time to spend for themselves only. So we cannot expect that they can spend so much of time with children. But my point of view is, they need not spend like so much of time every day, but they can spend some time on the weekends, or they can also go for a holiday once in a while with the children. Because there is a research, like there is a study that if we move friendly with our family members, especially children, like we can like reduce our stress levels completely. Because uh, our children do not uh, treat us the treat us like the people who are around us. They just want some kind of care and affection from the parents. They do not treat us bad if we do not have good money. If we do not have enough money, or even if we look bad also, they do not judge us. Like children are kind hearted. So if we spend some time with them, definitely we can reduce our stress from our life, and also we can become more successful in our life. At the same time, we can also make the children successful in their life. So uh, as they get so many doubts, as the children get lots of doubts in their brain, in their mind, during childhood, sorry, during teenage stage, they are resorting to some kind of social media platforms like Instagram or YouTube, etc., for some kind of support. So because of this, I mean, some people are getting good suggestions, but some people are getting wrong suggestions from wrong people. Like we can say some people are just distracting them or giving bad suggestions regarding their life. For example, if they have a doubt whether drinking alcohol is good or bad, so if they ask their friend or any person near them, like close to them, they say that, "Arey yaar, everyone say that it is bad, but it is not that much bad. You can go for it." Like they also say that it is means enjoyment is also important in life. So so at that time, actually, teenagers start it as a fun, but after a while, it becomes like an addiction. Like I have just mentioned about alcohol. Like the same thing happens with so many bad habits. It starts as a fun in the beginning, but after a while, it becomes like an addiction, which they cannot come out from. Means so the best solution of all this problem is like parents should spend some time with their children.
Absolutely correct.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Karthik, I really, really liked your
Ma'am,
entire point of view. Yes, Anirudh, do you want to say something?
Anirudh, ma'am.
Yes,
Only,
Anirudh.
ma'am.
Yes,
Ma'am,
Anirudh.
he spoke very well, ma'am, and his voice was very apt and very good to be heard, ma'am.
Right. Yes. Okay. I understand what you're saying. Definitely. And Karthik definitely speaks very well as well. And today he spoke very, very well. Yes.
Karthik took the subject in such a way that it is very apt, and I thought second that he was a professor. I thought that he was a professor. His voice was
Right.
such that he
His
was a
voice
professor.
is also
Anirudh,
very nice.
Very
I
nice,
think
ma'am.
I think I don't get sleep tonight. Thank you, Anirudh.
No, ma'am.
Very nice.
Sir, no, sir. I am appreciating.
Oh my God, no, I'm not sir. I'm student.
Okay. Very nice. So absolutely, completely agree with Anirudh. Karthik, very well spoken. I really, really liked your points. Very good points.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I think parents should definitely spend more time with their kids. Otherwise, the kids resort to different kinds of destructive behaviors. And it can be anything. It can even be like involving in certain criminal activities. So very nice. Very well spoken, Karthik. Thank you
Actually, I
so
have
much. Yes.
so many ideas in my mind, ma'am. But there is not much time. I have just shared few of those.
Right. I really like this one really resonated with me that parents are not giving enough time. Especially like they're not spending quality time, even if they are giving time, they are like, let's go and watch a movie or let's play this game or do something like that. They should like try and spend some quality time, like going out just for picnic or something, like just spending time without any screens or without any kind of like external enjoyment. So that is very, very important so that the kids feel safe to ask questions and like understand. They should understand that yes, parents are my friends. I can rely on them. Okay. So I really enjoyed your topic and the way you spoke. Thank you very much, Karthik.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. After Karthik, then we have Mamta. Mamta, are you ready? Yes, Mamta. Okay, then we will move on to Tarup. Tarup, would you like to speak? Tarup, I can't hear you. Yes, Tarup, I can see you're unmuted, but can't hear you.
Just a second, ma'am.
Okay, okay, sure. Tarup is going to speak. Very nice. What will be your topic, Tarup?
Third one, ma'am.
Okay, third one. Let's start.
So I totally agree with this point because teenage is a age where children are not that much younger, neither they are that much elder or adult. It's a time between two of them. So they also hear sometime. They also get to hear sometime that you are not a child anymore, so act like grown up. And sometimes they also hear that you are not that much grown up, so be in your limits. So these kind of words and statements also make them miserable, what to do and what not to do. And this time they also their hormones physically, mentally, and I think virtually they are changing. Like from school to college, they start going to college. And if someone like start to getting education in co-ed, as many people don't get the opportunity. So these kind of changes happens all together. So they are not able to understand what to do and what not to do. and also they have lots of questions. So parents should try to become affable. When they are affable, so they can share anything with them. And it's not easy to become affable, as it needs lots of things to do, like for example giving time and not just asking them to share their problems or their things. Parents should also share their happiness, sorrow, even what happened throughout the day, whether it's important or not. As there is a say, action speaks louder than words. So it's very important to share, because sometimes what happen, well, either parents, although parents didn't say any word, but because of observation or by listening some things, uh, teenagers can get, okay, we should do this and not this if we want this kind of result. So these things can also work a lot. And as I said, they have lots of questions and many things that they are not able to understand. So if the parents are affable, so they'll definitely ask some question. It might be weird, so parents should not hesitate to answer them, because if they hesitate, then they'll take some other things which would not get right information, so they can harm themselves. And one thing I really think about it, that if parents want to make children some kind of like my children has to be like this, has to be like this, so they have to teach them whatever they want to teach at early age. As once I heard that child is like a clay, so in which shape you want to mold them, mold it at early age. After a certain age, they start getting hard. So if you want to make something, then make it when they are soft and easy to mold. So these kind of work parents can do. And one thing, that parents must know the way to make them convince without hurting or without saying anything against them, as they can become rebellious if someone says anything against them. They think, okay, they don't know what is our problem, what we are facing. They don't have this much these kind of work. So we parents should also try to make them convince. That's all, ma'am.
Very nice. Tarup really liked it. Okay. Really, really liked it. Especially the point where you said that not just, parents always expect that their kids will share everything with them. If they are not sharing, then they get very worried. But they are hardly sharing anything with the kids. So if you're not sharing with your friend, why will they share with you? Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So very, very nice points. I really enjoyed it, Tarup. Thank you so much. Very nicely done. Keep practicing, Saurabh. I think you can do even better, right? Practice a
Yes,
little
ma'am.
bit
I
more.
was told that to watch video and practice that. I've watched some videos also, ma'am.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Just do it a little bit on a regular basis. I think you can do
Yes,
much, much better. Okay,
I think.
Tarun.
Yes, definitely.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you so much, Tarun, for speaking. Okay, after Tarun, then I have Anamika. Anamika, would you like to speak?
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, Anamika.
Good
What will
evening,
be your
ma'am.
topic?
Same, ma'am. Third topic.
Third topic. Everyone is speaking on
Yeah.
the third topic today. Okay, let's start.
Ma'am,
Yes.
how many minutes do you have to speak, ma'am?
You can speak for as long as you want, usually less than 5 minutes. Okay. Yes,
Okay.
Anuradh?
Could I start,
Okay,
ma'am?
anything less than 5 minutes. Yes,
Okay, ma'am.
Anamika, you can start. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. So, yeah, I agree with this statement. Teenager need the guidance of their parents because, ma'am, in this age, in this age, teenagers face extreme change in hormonal and emotional level, and sometimes teenagers may feel misunderstood by understood by thinking that no one can understand their feelings, and they often feel lonely, angry, or confused while they have to deal with very important issues. And due to this, ma'am, sometimes sometimes parents can become frustrated and angry due to they think why their child doesn't respond to them, and parents feel helpless, helpless, sorry, ma'am, helpless
Helpless, absolutely, बिल्कुल सही है, helpless.
yeah, feel helpless at time when it comes to parenting their teenage sons or daughter, maybe anyone. So parents should try to talk politely with their children, and then they can be ready to talk and share everything. So parents shouldn't be strict, and children need guidance of parents everywhere, because in this age they get influence to everyone, maybe friends, neighbors, or nowadays the best I can say the best influencer is a social platform. So sometimes they don't understand, like I have seen, ma'am, after intermediate, kids, they don't understand which stream, what they do, what they should do. And so at that point, parents should understand them what they want to do, and they can have conversation. Like nowadays people are saying that they tell whatever children want to do, parents should leave them to do. But in my opinion, ma'am, it is good, but parents should make them understand pro and cons of everything, because they have experience of life, and they can understand more than children, because children sometimes they don't understand what is good for them and what is bad for them. And and due to this, ma'am, due to guidance, many students, many children, they get divert, and they do not do best in their life. Maybe they could do, but they don't do. So they should try to make any decision after having conversation among them, like among family members. And in this world, I think no one can better friend than our parents. So we should make friends of our parents, and parents can understand us very well in every situation. No one can understand like parents. Yeah, that's it, ma'am.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you so much, Anamika. Well spoken. And keep practicing, Anamika. I think थोड़े बहुत यहाँ वहाँ पे grammatical errors थे,
Okay,
right?
ma'am.
But
Okay,
very
ma'am.
well done. Otherwise, very well done. I would say बहुत कम थे, in fact, grammatical errors compared to like earlier versions. All right.
Yeah, ma'am. Nowadays, I'm not attending any classes, ma'am, due to
I can
I
understand.
don't.
No problem.
Nowadays, I don't feel well, ma'am. Like I always feel like sleepy.
No
I sleep,
problem.
ma'am.
So, like, lay on the bed and attend the classes. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Late,
But
late करके
sometimes,
attend कर
ma'am,
लीजिए.
sometimes while attending class, I sleep, ma'am.
I can completely sympathize with you, Anamika, because I used to
Yeah.
do the same thing. So no comments,
Yeah.
but कर लीजिए थोड़ा सा class वगैरह. At least
Sorry, ma'am.
class नहीं गई.
One day,
जी.
one day in your session, ma'am, maybe that was 10 o'clock session, and that
Right.
you were taking class, and I slept
My goodness.
when
No,
I woke
Anamika,
up.
at least even if you are feeling a little tired, because it's very normal to have feel tired along with if you have young kids, it's very hectic. So what you can do is just try and watch the videos whenever you are not feeling tired. Okay.
But nowadays, ma'am, I don't know why I love to eat chocolates and I love to sleep every time. I don't know why.
My goodness, Anamika. थोड़ा सा देखिए, go and
Okay,
get some
ma'am.
help.
Yeah.
Maybe take a break. Sometimes, you get burnt out and you don't even feel like doing anything. So maybe you are having a
Yeah.
burnout. So थोड़ा सा break लीजिए,
Yes,
थोड़ा chill
ma'am.
will कीजिए, फिर वापस आइए, no problem. All
I
right.
have done everything, Chilwil. I have done everything. After that, I don't know. Maybe I want more relax.
More relaxed. नहीं 7-8 दिन का शायद आपको वेकेशन चाहिए, लंबा सा वेकेशन.
Yeah, ma'am. Okay, thank
Okay.
you, ma'am.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Anamika. Well spoken. Thank you so much. After
Ma'am,
Anamika, yes. Yes,
ma'am,
Shipra.
actually, yesterday, ma'am, I joined, but I didn't speak, ma'am.
But your name was there, Shipra.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, my name was there, but I left like 6:50 or some 55. So before I left, ma'am.
Shipra. Okay. Okay. All right. No problem. I'll give you a chance today. No problem. No issue. Shipra, you can speak now.
Yes, ma'am. Now I can speak.
Okay. Let's start. Chaliye.
Ma'am, I want to speak fourth one.
Okay. Fourth topic. The 5
Quality
qualities.
that everyone must have. Okay, ma'am. So I think that as a normal human being, so everyone must must have 5 qualities. The first one is discipline. So we should run our life with discipline. If we know that discipline, then we will we will make our life easier. So that's why we have to follow discipline. First one. And second one is respect. So if we all have to respect each other, then we will not get any trouble in our life. Maybe we will get trouble, but respect it's play a vital role. If we respect each other, then our community will be respectable, will be developed. So I think that's why respect it's play a vital role. And third is patience. So when we face any problem, any trouble, any difficulties, so we have to solve it calmly. Means always we have to stay with patience. We have to handle the trouble, problem, whatever if we face, and then we have to handle everything very calmly. Then definitely we can solve the problem. Otherwise, if we feel hesitation, if we feel excited or something, and then definitely we will get trouble while solving the problem. So that's why patience it's play a vital role. And then communication skill, I think that in normal means in school going student, or they it is not that much essential thing, but as a teenager, as a adult, I think that communication skill it is most important, because we are human beings, so we have to do any work, any job, everything. So if we meet with anyone, then we have to communicate with them. So that's why communication skill it is the most important. And fifth one is listening skill. So if we listen someone, and then if we understand the moment, that's why we must take this quality which is listening skill. So if we listen someone, and then we can give the answer properly without listening, like if anyone speak and in between I interrupt, and it is like a worst thing I can say. So that's why we have to carry listening skill. So ma'am, that's it.
Very
Thank you,
nice,
ma'am.
Shipra. Not carry listening skills. We have
We
to
have to
learn
take.
listening skills. We have to, no, not take. Skills to আর নেওয়া যায় না বা carry করা যায় না. Skills have to be developed. We have to develop the listening skills. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
All
We
right.
have
Very
to
nice.
develop.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Yes, Mamta.
ma'am, can I speak now?
Yes, Mamta. Please wait a second. Let me complete. I'll give you a chance. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Very nice, Shipra. Very well spoken. Okay. খুব ভালো হয়েছে. Just practice a little
Thank
bit
you,
more.
ma'am.
আর একটু আস্তে আস্তে বলো, হ্যাঁ, এত তাড়াহুড়ো করার কিছু নেই. Just speak a little slowly, and I think you can do even better. You can do a lot better. Okay, Shipra. You start
Thank you,
practicing
ma'am.
because you're
Thank you
so
so
young
much,
right now.
ma'am.
You can learn so much, right? So much of speaking capabilities, speaking skills, public speaking. Try and learn these things slowly.
Ma'am, actually nowadays I am facing only one problem, that when I speak myself and then I can speak, but when I speak with anyone like face to face communication, then I can't get any confidence. So like when I mean go my college, and when I talk with my teacher, and that time like I can't speak any single word in English. So I don't know why, but ma'am, I can't speak.
What happens is you see nothing can be done in one day, right? one day you practice and you cannot like all of a sudden speak in English in front of everyone, right? It will take time. You just keep practicing. You just keep speaking in the class, practicing in front of the mirror. Slowly, you'll build this habit of speaking in English. Once you build this habit slowly, you will see that you are able to speak in front of everyone and anyone without any hesitation, without any fear. Okay,
Okay, ma'am. Yeah. Thank
just
you
keep
so much,
practicing. You
ma'am.
can do a lot. Okay, Shipra, you can like really, really do a lot because you're so young. Just practice, and this is the best time because you're in college. Best time to practice and learn new skills. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you,
All right.
ma'am.
Thank you so much, Shipra. Okay.
Mm.
After Shipra, then I have Mamta. Mamta, would you like to speak?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
For
Most
actually, I
welcome.
had
Ma'am,
at my
please.
I had some network issues, so I was not able to unmute myself.
No problem. Okay, Mamta, you can start. What will be your topic? Is Dipali? I'm writing down your name. So sorry, I did not notice. I thought your
Thank
name is already there.
thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
Most welcome. Chili. Yes, Mamta, what will be your topic? Fourth one?
Actually, initially, ma'am, I was taking the fourth point, but and now most of the students have spoken on that. So I would take first one, sins and
Okay.
virtues.
All right. Let's start then.
Yes, ma'am. So every religion has its own sins and virtues. Especially in Hindu and Muslims, we follow that. We follow the sins and virtues. Like if I talk about Hindu religion,
How can you forget
the
Christianity, Mamta? They have their own seven sins.
yes, ma'am. Sorry. Yes. So every religion has its own sins and virtues. Any religion on earth, like Hindu, Muslim, and Christianity, and other, we
Muslim
also
is not
have
the
other
religion,
Sikhs.
Mamta. The people who follow Islam is called Muslim. Okay, so Hindu, uh, Islam, and Christianity. Okay,
Okay, okay. And
it's
others
not Hindu
also.
either. It's Hinduism.
Okay, okay. Sorry.
All right, no problem, no problem. Please continue.
So if I talk about Hinduism, then we have a lot. Hinduism has a lot of sense. Like some people say that if you eat non-vegetarian food on some holy day, like on day like there is Shivratri or now nowadays Sawan is going on, Sawan month. Then people say that if you eat non-vegetarian food on Sawan, it could be a sin. And uh, if you murder someone, it's a sin. And if you hurt someone, it's a sin. If you kill a lizard, it's a sin. So in Hinduism, we all say that also if you kill a cow, if you hurt a cow, it's a sin because we worship cows. And many virtues like if you help someone, you it's counted in your virtues. And if you help any creature, either human or animals, it's counted in your virtues. Also if you pray to God, if you worship God, then it's also counted in virtues. So in Hinduism, I can remind all these virtues and sins. If I talk about Islam, then I could not remember that much. But I think that if in Islam, if you don't recite the Quran, I think if you don't recite the Quran uh, according to uh, according to their rule, then it's their virtue. It's their sin. Sorry, it's their sin.
A
They
big
have
sin
to.
in Islam is drinking alcohol.
Yes, ma'am. I mean, in Hinduism and also in Islam, if you drink alcohol, it's a sin. And I was talking about if anyone does not recite Quran, uh, they have a rule of reciting Quran. I think 3 or 5 times a day. So if they do not do this, perform this, then they count it as their sin. And but in Hinduism, if we hurt an animal, it's our sin. But in Islam, I mean, they hurt them. They hurt goats on their on their Eid. They have Bakra Eid when they celebrate this Eid by
But
killing the
Mamta, you're
goats.
forgetting that even in Hinduism, we have the custom. Right now, it's followed very less, but still, in lots of places, we have the custom of Bali.
Yes, ma'am, but it has reduced very much.
It has lessened, but I won't say it is completely gone because I have seen it in the last few years as well.
Yes, ma'am, and especially I think in Kolkata, they used to give bali of I
Not
think
just in
animals.
Kolkata, it's all over India, especially even in the northeastern regions. I know the cases of Bali. It's very common.
Oh, ma'am, maybe I don't know about that much
Yes,
about it.
like all the religions have their own, what to say, pros and cons. At least I believe that all of them have their own pros and cons. It's not just about
Yes,
one
ma'am.
religion, right? So all the religions
Yes,
have
ma'am.
their
I
own ideas
totally
of
agree.
sins, own ideas of virtue, but both of them
Yes,
have
ma'am.
it, right, intermingled. Right, very nice. Okay,
Yes,
please
ma'am.
continue.
Completely agree. Yes, ma'am. Completely agree. Ma'am, like I said that drinking alcohol is a sin in Hinduism and Islam, but in Christian, if they go to church, they
Right,
bring
it's a very
alcohol, they bring
common
wines in
practice.
theirs.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Not beer, wine. Wine. Wine is the only drink that is allowed inside the church, if I'm not wrong, because it is considered to be Jesus's own blood, and bread is considered to be his own flesh. Right.
Okay. Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Very interesting. Yes,
So
yes. Please continue. Yes.
yes, so they bring wine uh, inside the church, and also if I compare that in Hinduism and Islam, we don't wear footwears inside our temple, but
Inside our place
in
of worship, right?
yes, inside our place of worship. But in Christians, they wear shoes, but they wear shoes and they have their own custom wear, like they wear uh, coat coat pant and boots or shoes inside their church. But in Hinduism and Islam, we don't wear, and we also have our like in Hinduism we wear salwar. Women wear salwar suit or men wear kurta pajama, and also in Islam, women wear salwar suit and uh, men wear kurta pajama, but they don't wear footwear. But in Christians, they wear footwear inside the church. Also, I can remember one thing that Hinduism, if we there is a possibility that, but some of us don't follow this nowadays. But there is a possibility that our mothers used to tell us, especially girls, that if you have your periods, then you should not go to temple. Then it will be counted to your sin. It's also like a sin in Islam. But in Christian, they don't follow this rule. They
In
don't count it as
Christianity,
their virtue.
right?
Yes, in Christianity, they don't follow this rule. But I think that, in my opinion, that this should not be counted as a sin, because neither it's a sin, neither it's nor it's a virtue. Like it's a physical phenomena that everyone has. Like it's our body, and we have a physical phenomena. It should not be counted as a sin.
Right. It is a
But
biological process. Very nice. Absolutely
yes,
correct, Mamta.
but but from our culture, it has been taught uh, it has been taught since years to our mothers, grandmothers, like, and they are teaching us now. Every girl, they are teaching their daughters and
Right.
daughter-in-law that you should not go to temple, or you should not go to the
Holy
this
places, right? Places,
yes,
holy
right,
places,
holy
places
places,
of worship.
and
Right.
when your menstruation period is going on.
Right. Absolutely correct. Very nice. Mamta, you can stop, right? Very well spoken, Mamta. Absolutely correct. I completely agree with you. Mamta, you speak very well. Okay. You have a very good understanding of English language and the structure of sentences and all. Be more confident when you're speaking. Okay. So when you're
Yes, ma'am.
speaking, be a little more confident और थोड़ा practice कीजिए थोड़ा mirror के सामने खड़े होकर practice कीजिए I think you can do really well. All right, Mamta.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Because you speak very well. आपने बहुत ही कम mistakes किए हैं. Like these are very common mistakes. Like most of the people don't know Islam and Christianity. इसमें problem हो सकती है, but sentence structure बहुत अच्छे थे आपके. So you just start practicing. I think you can do really, really well. Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mamta, for speaking. I really enjoyed it. So we will stop here for today. And those who did not get a chance today, I'll give them a chance in tomorrow's class. Okay. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Take care, guys.
Okay, ma'am.
Hello everyone, welcome to today's live class. My name is Eden. I give the live classes every Tuesday and every Thursday, 7 p.m. India Standard Time. So today we're continuing the topic that we started the last two lessons about technology. This time we're focusing on a sort of case study. So focusing on one specific event, situation, to discuss ethics in technology and different things about the issue. So we're going to start today with a reading class and a discussion class, and then next time focus on this topic again through vocabulary. So a little bit of different things on the same topic. So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining. If anyone has any questions, let me know. Hi Mamta, hi Ananya, welcome Kavita, welcome Shaheen. Shaheen says, hello, I'm Shaheen. Hi Shaheen, where are you from? Welcome Amit, welcome Elsa. Is it Elsa like the princess in the film? Welcome Ioshan, welcome back. So if you're a pro member, join the Zoom room. If you are not a pro member, you can talk in the chat, write your answers in the chat, ask questions, get involved in the discussion. I always try and
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am.
Evening, Abe, how are you?
Yes, ma'am. I am good, ma'am. How about you?
Good, I'm good. Did you have a good week, Abe?
Yes,
Have you been
ma'am.
well? Good.
How is the weather, ma'am, in your area?
Say it
Weather,
again,
ma'am.
Abe.
How
The
is
weather?
the weather? Yes, ma'am.
It's cloudy. I think it's gonna rain later.
Okay, ma'am. It's
Which
cloudy.
ma'am?
In my area also cloudy and it is raining, ma'am.
I
Ma'am,
see.
ma'am, is it clear? Ma'am, is it cloudy in London?
It's cloudy where I am. Cloudy.
London, ma'am.
Say it
Ma'am,
again.
London, ma'am.
It's it's. Mhm.
Ma'am, the city from where you speak is London, ma'am.
No, I'm in South Africa.
South Africa, where, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm in South Africa at the moment. So we are in winter weather, but it's been a very dry, hot winter. So it's rainy today, which is a bit good.
Ma'am, is it morning or evening, ma'am?
Say it again.
It is morning or evening there, ma'am?
For me, it's afternoon. It's 3:37 for me. South Africa is 3.5 hours.
In India,
Mhm.
in India they here 7 o'clock, ma'am. Night 7
Wow.
o'clock.
And how are you having a good evening? Are you having a good evening?
Yes, ma'am. Pleasant evening, ma'am.
That's good. Did you have a good day?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Do you like the cloudy weather, Anura?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you for
Hi, ma'am.
joining. Hi, Ananya. How are you?
I'm good, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. Are you on holiday at the moment or are you back to school?
Ma'am, back to school.
I'm still back to school. No holidays. Have you been in? But you said you like it. You like being back at
Yes,
school, right?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I like to go to school.
Okay. That is good.
Good evening, ma'am. How was it?
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. So lots of new people joining. Welcome. If anyone has any questions, whether it's on the topic or something different, that's fine. It can be grammar. It can be a completely different question. It can be a word, meaning of a word. So welcome to today's class. And if you're in the chat, please join in and write too. So hi, is that Alpna?
Yes, ma'am. I'm new
Welcome.
in your class. Yes, ma'am.
Welcome to today's class. Have you?
Ma'am, I am also new to the class, ma'am. First class.
Yes, I know. Welcome to both of you. Have you taken live classes before, Alpna? Is this your
Yes,
first
ma'am.
live class?
No, ma'am. Your class is first, but earlier I have joined many classes.
Okay, great.
Ma'am, this is second class for me, ma'am, but it's first class, ma'am.
Okay, great. So something a little bit new, but you're a bit familiar, so I don't need to explain how things work. Every teacher does things slightly different, but pretty much the same for the big things. But if you have any questions, let me know. So today we're going to talk about technology. And before we do some reading, we're going to read an article from BBC News. And then we are going to think about some of the things, the dilemmas, the problems in the news story that they pose. But we're going to go back to our topic of technology first. Hi, Akana. Welcome, Artik. You can join us in the Zoom room. And we're going to think about a little question that I want to ask. So maybe a lot of you have heard of the sentence, a disruptor. Does anyone know this phrase, to be a disruptor?
Yes, ma'am.
What is it, Shailendra?
Disruptor means when you change a system or any thing suddenly, and now it is everywhere.
Yeah, it changes things a lot. It changes the way people do things. You're right, it could be that it becomes commonplace, something that is different from what has gone before. Amir, so we're going to look at an article soon that I want to just give you this meaning of a word. So this is a simple definition. If you were to just Google this definition, this is the first thing that, one of the first things that come up. A company or form of technology that causes radical change in an existing industry or market by means of innovation, doing things differently. But we can also use it for people. We can call people disruptors. So can we think of any technology that has been a disruptor in any industry? Does anyone have examples of disruptors?
Ma'am, we can say online teaching is the disruptor.
Yeah, online. Yeah, definitely. That's a great example, Shailendra. Any other examples that people can think of?
Ma'am, can I say?
Yes, please do. Any companies you can think of that are disruptors?
Ma'am, Elon Musk's SpaceX causes a major disruption in the space aviation industry in private firms.
Yeah, it's a great example. SpaceX, one of the first successful private companies going to space. Yeah, great examples. Any other examples of disruptors? Companies that were disruptors, all technology, something new and different. You can think of things like Uber. I know that's not common in all countries, but in some countries it's been a big disruptor. Things like Uber, Facebook. Did anyone find that Facebook changed the way they did things, or they started using Facebook and stopped using other social media platforms? These are examples.
Google Map.
Yeah, Google was a disruptor when it first came out. Still is, still releases technology that's new, not being done by anyone else.
And ma'am, Hello English app also.
Yeah, that's a great example. Yeah, Hello English app. Exactly. Disrupts learning. So these are all examples, but my question, what I want to think about is the people who are the disruptors or the people behind the companies. Are they always young? Do disruptors need to be young?
No,
what do we think?
I think both. I think both.
Ah, okay.
Ma'am, we have an example of Warren Buffett. He is not young, but still he is disrupting the market by his investments.
Okay.
I think, ma'am, both should be there. Young
You
and
think
old.
both?
Yes.
Okay, so anyone can be a disruptor at any age. Are people more likely to follow disruptors or people in technology if they're younger? Is there a bias towards younger people in technology? Do we know what a bias is?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you think, Elba? Is there a bias towards younger people?
Yes, ma'am, I think.
Why is that? Why do you think that is?
Because, ma'am, people think they have a lack of experience.
Ah,
okay, so you think there's a bias against them?
Yes, because sometimes elders are more experienced than younger.
Okay, so
both should be there, because elders sometimes have no any job at that time. They feel very negligence.
Neglected?
Neglected, yes, ma'am. And I think both should be there, means young and older.
Yeah, you're right. So often in technology companies, people aren't hired when they're a bit older. That is a problem.
Yes, because
So
they
I hope
are
that
experienced people.
And
that's very true.
Ma'am, investors think that young people will work more towards innovation and creativity.
Yeah, maybe their mindset is more not set, not
Yes.
rigid.
Yes.
People can become a little bit more rigid as they get older. It's just the way the brain works.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And
there's
ma'am-
more creativity.
And ma'am, young people are very adaptive. They can work in different environments. But ma'am, when a person is at certain stage, there is a rigidness. You can't change them easily. Can't mold them easily.
Is that always true?
No, ma'am, not always true, but in most of the cases, I can say. It is just my opinion, ma'am. I don't have any study or I don't have any data. So it based on experience.
Okay, I think you're right. I think there is often you get people who are more likely to take risks. They might be a bit younger, innovate, do something a bit different. There are lots of examples of founders of companies who were very young. Elon Musk was a great example.
Elon Musk and ma'am, Apple founder Steve Jobs.
Yeah, he was also very young. So there's Steve Jobs.
And ma'am, Microsoft founder Bill Gates.
Yeah, so they were all quite young when they got started. Was youth a benefit for them? Was it an advantage? What do you think?
Yeah, ma'am. As ma'am, young people have more energy. They have a prospectus for future. So they are filled with energy and they are ready to take risks. And they have a time to work in different companies. And ma'am, even if they are even if they fail, there is a time to stand up again.
Yeah, it's true. There are a lot of stories of people who maybe failed the first time but tried again. I think Simon Cowell, if anyone's heard of him, a music executive. So, okay, there is some issues with age in technology. So we're going to read a story where age is part of the issue and where these kinds of questions come into play, so they're relevant. Does anyone have anything they want to say about this before we read about this story, about the news article? Okay, so I mentioned this last time. This is the news story that I'd like to focus on 2 lessons because there's lots of great writing about it and lots of great words that are good to... Yes, Kumar?
Oh, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, Kumar. How are you? Can you hear me? Okay, so...
Am I audible? Hello, am I audible,
yes, I
ma'am?
can hear you. Welcome, Kumar. Welcome back. How are you?
I'm great, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. How about you, ma'am?
I'm good. Did you have a good week, Kumar?
Yes, I think so. But not that good, ma'am.
Not that good. Okay.
But it's
so
fine. It was fine, as
it was
usual.
fine. Fine is not bad. The good moments are the things that are important. Little moments can make a week good, if there are bad moments. So fine is good overall. Gopi asks, is this English class or Hindi class? English class. We're doing lots of English immersion. Good evening, Raji. Welcome. So Kumar, we're going to talk about a story that maybe you're familiar with. I know you read the news a lot. The story of Theranos, and Elizabeth Holmes. So we thought about age.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. I know a lot. I know
You know a
everything
lot.
about Theranos.
Yes. So we're gonna do.
I've read the case study on it. Yeah.
Ah, okay, great. We're gonna do 2
I
lessons on
forgot
it.
the founder name, but I still remember.
Ah, okay. So yes, we're going to do 2 lessons on it. This lesson just reading to familiarize people with the story, and the next lesson analyzing some other articles. So this is a summary article written for the BBC News. It summarizes it quite well. So this is a picture of the founder. Does anyone recognize any of these people? Do you know any of these people? Maybe Kumar, you'll recognize them, or recognize at least one of them if you read the story.
Ma'am, I can't see. Yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot her
ma'am.
name, ma'am. I can recognize her very well.
American president, ex-American president.
Yeah.
His name is
Bill Clinton.
Bill
Yeah,
Clinton.
exactly. Bill Clinton. So Bill Clinton on the left.
And his daughter.
It's not his daughter. So he's talking with the founder of Theranos, Elizabeth Holmes.
Okay.
So she's the founder, or was the founder, of the company, which we'll find out about. And she's talking with Bill Clinton at a meeting about technology and changing the world and helping the world, things like that. Lots of these discussions that she joined. Okay, so we're going to read the article, stop for a few moments to analyze some words and some things, but I think a lot of you, this story is not familiar. Okay, so this is the article. It was from BBC News. Would anyone like to read? Start reading. There's a lot to read. Anyone like to read
Yes.
today? We're going to do a lot of
Yes.
reading today.
Yes, ma'am.
Who said that?
Okay, ma'am.
Can you say it again? Put your hand up if you want to read. There's lots of reading. Okay. Okay, Sumit, we'll start with you. And then I'll come to you, Shailendra. So there's lots of reading. So this is all about
Okay, ma'am.
the Theranos scandal. So we can already tell by this word. Do we know what this word means, scandal?
Yeah, ma'am. It's a like a
Ma'am, corruption.
illegal
Eh?
activity. Ma'am, illegal activity.
Corruption, ma'am.
Say it again, Abe.
Yes, ma'am.
Corruption.
Corruption, yeah. A scandal is something that shocks people, something that people were not expecting, but something bad, something negative. It could be corruption. It could be something illegal, could just be something that shocks people. So something people are surprised by in a negative way. So we already know that the story doesn't end well. Okay, Sumit, you can just read the title.
Yes, ma'am. Theranos
Theranos,
scandal.
it's quite hard. Yeah,
Who-
it's an unusual.
Who is Elizabeth Holmes and why was she on trial? By Daniel Thomas, business reporter, New York.
Okay, so you can have a read of this page, Sumit.
Okay, ma'am. She was the world's youngest. Ma'am, screen is out.
You can't see it?
Yes, ma'am. Screen is not visible.
Can you see it now?
No, ma'am.
It's not there?
Ma'am, it is visible.
It is visible? Okay, let me refresh.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, oh no, that's the wrong one. Okay. Can you see it now, Sumit?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. She was the world's youngest self-made female billionaire. Trumped Forbes magazine, the next Steve Jobs, said INC, another business magazine that put her on the cover. In 2014, Elizabeth Holmes, then 30 years old, was on top of the world. A Stanford University dropout, she has founded a company valued at $9 billion for supposedly bringing about a revolution in diagnosing disease with a few drops of blood. Theranos promised that its addition test could detect conditions such as cancer and diabetes quickly without the hassle of needles. Bigwigs from Henry Kissinger to General James Mattis sat on the board. But by 2015, the seams were coming apart, and within a year, Holmes was exposed as a fake. The technology she touted didn't work at all, and by 2018, the company she founded had collapsed. She's now been convicted by a jury in California on 4 counts of fraud, uh, each, each of which carries a maximum sentence of 20 years in prison.
Excellent. Thank you, Sumit. So this is a
Thank you, ma'am.
summary of the story. So are there any words that anyone has any questions about? There's a few similes, sorry, a few idioms in here. The seams were coming apart. Has anyone heard this before, when the seams are coming apart?
Ma'am, is it like threads coming out of yeah, ma'am, like our mattress or bed sheet?
Yeah, exactly. Seams are the thread, or the seam is the bit that closes two parts of the material together. So it's where there's the line of stitching.
Okay.
So it's like saying the clothes or the mattress or something that was made was falling apart. The seams were falling apart. So exactly, the seams are the threads, the stitching, you also say. Does anyone have an idea what this might mean if the seams were coming apart?
Ma'am, it means eventually truth came out, and it was found that they were the false promises made by the company.
Yeah, sort of things were not
true.
working, not going well.
Yeah.
Things were falling apart, we often say as well. So seams were coming apart, things were falling apart. The opposite is things are coming together. So often with idioms, there can be a similar one which you have in the opposite. All idioms. So you can say the seams were falling apart. Or things were falling apart. The opposite, we say things were coming together. The idea that something can literally fall apart when things don't go well.
Ma'am, your plan is about to complete. Is it seems were falling apart? Means whatever you're thinking, it's about to complete it. Means your plan and your goal is nearby your destiny. Is
That's more things were coming together. Things were coming together. Things are finally working out.
Okay.
The opposite, the seams were falling apart. Things are not going well.
Yeah, ma'am.
So things were coming together. Things are finally working out. Or your planning has, we say, come to fruition. It's finally, everything's come together. Everything's working at once. So your planning has created something that's gone well. Your planning has worked. But the seams were falling apart is when we say things are not going well. Your plans are not working. What you wanted to happen is not happening. The opposite is happening. So for Elizabeth Holmes, she wanted her company to be fantastic. She wanted it to be a $1 billion company, but the opposite was happening. She was having to reveal things that she tried to keep hidden, having to basically admit that the technology didn't work and go to court. So things were falling apart, things were not working. A little idiom. Okay, are there any other phrases or words that anyone doesn't know? There's another little idiom here as well. Do we know the word bigwigs? Do we know what this means? Bigwigs? Has anyone heard this?
Some important persons from an industry.
Yeah, exactly. It's quite a little bit of an informal adjective, but yeah, bigwigs, somebody important. Somebody who has power or control, someone important. What about this word touted? Do we know this?
Touted means it is supposed, like a suppose. It is supposed that, and it is a general perception.
A little bit.
Ma'am, touted means she made, ma'am. The technology she made didn't work at all.
Yeah, made is a bit closer, but it's not just about making it because she didn't actually make it.
She proposed it.
Yeah, it's closer to propose. There's another synonym here for touted. Can anyone find it? A word that is closest in meaning of all the words here to touted. There's one word that's kind of similar.
Ma'am, I have searched on dictionary. It says someone advertising for customers in an aggressive way.
Yeah, exactly. So making people believe, going on about how good it is. This works, this really works, believe me. So you're advertising it, you're proclaiming it to everyone. So Shailendra, knowing that, is there a synonym on the screen that you can see that's quite similar to touted?
Okay.
Raji says stated, promised. Yeah, promised. It's more about saying something rather than actually making it. She didn't make the actual. Trumpeted, yeah, those are quite similar, exactly. So not only did she trumpet her own technology, but other people trumpeted her. They made it out like she was this amazing success story, or somebody who was young and a disruptor, an innovator, a little bit like the next Steve Jobs. A lot of people called her that. She even dressed like Steve Jobs. Yeah, Raji says proclaim, exactly. Trumpeted and proclaim are quite similar. So this was somebody who